What's up guys, welcome back to the studio. Today we are talking about the SONY XM4 headphones, specifically talking about them in terms of a photographer, videographer, video editor type of person like I am, my personal experience. Let's get into it. So I bought these headphones about, actually a little over a year ago. Now these have been out for a while, but as I am not a loaded person, I do not buy all the new things that come out every single year.
Rich man, just checking out your crib here.
Make sure you subscribe. Follow, get that YouTube page going. Then once I have tons of money, I'll be buying all the products. Just kidding, I won't. Probably just end up investing it all into GMA. What's the GameStop stock? GMA stock? Clearly, I'm not an investor. Anyways, if you're looking to pick up a pair of headphones in what we're in now, 2023, I think these are still a compelling buy. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about my experience with them, my use with them, and the type of headphones I had before, comparing to them. Yeah, so the first thing I've really liked about these headphones in my experience with them is the battery life. I use them every single day for video editing, for just general music listening, for productivity stuff, for phone calls, and I use them probably 8 to 9. I would say it's not even crazy to say I use these headphones 10 hours a day. I'm pretty much always wearing them whenever I'm in my office editing, which is, most of the working hours of the day. And then once I'm done working, I take them and I wear them while I'm working out. And then I wear them normally when I'm in bed watching YouTube videos or TV shows. These headphones basically work a 10-hour job. And for me, they've held up really well. And the battery life is so amazing to me because I only charge them once every 2 weeks or so. I believe the advertised battery life is 48 hours or something. Let me put on the screen exactly what it is, but it's really impressive. They work really well for me. The next thing that I was very impressed about these headphones when I got was the noise cancellation. So I've been using Sony headphones for a while. I had the WH-1000 XM3s, the ones before these, for a while. And then I had a bunch of other Soundcore, like the cheap Amazon brand headphones. And so I've had a good amount of noise canceling headphones, but always kind of on the cheaper end. The true active noise cancellation on these is unbelievable. A lot of people say that the AirPods Max noise cancellation is better than these now. I've tried those, and those are pretty impressive. But I would say I couldn't tell a difference between my using these and then a friend's AirPods Max. There's a certain level of noise cancellation when you get there where you're just it's enough. It becomes creepy if you have any more noise cancellation than this, honestly, I think. So if you're looking for a really good pair of noise canceling headphones, these cancel noise very well. Another thing that's really important to me about a good pair of headphones, specifically for video editing and the type of work that I do, is that they're comfortable. Like I said, I wear these headphones probably 8 hours a day at least while editing, and the comfort of these is really good. There's a decent amount of padding at the top. A lot of people have complained that you can feel the edges of the headphones if you wear them for a long time. I think the shape of my head, it's not a problem. I think generally a kind of a smaller dome area when it comes to headphones, but these fit me really well. Never had any problems with discomfort. I also live in a very hot place. The summers in my hometown run about 120 high on average. So even when the AC is running full blast, sometimes they can get fairly warm in my office. But so far, the leather on these, the faux leather, whatever they're using, has not become a big problem. I've had headphones where it's just nasty to wear in any sort of heat and become immediately uncomfortable as soon as you put on. These ones, I haven't noticed that. I have noticed that on the AirPods Max. Like I said, I don't own a pair, but I've worn a pair a couple of times, and those to me get very hot and very heavy very fast. But these are really comfortable. The padding's really good for my specific head anyways, and they're fairly lightweight, so I'm very impressed with the comfort level of these. Next thing would be the quality of the phone calls and voice conversations using the mics on these headphones. Overall, I think it's probably an A, the grade of the quality of conversing on these headphones. The only problem that I have had with these headphones doing phone calls and video calls and stuff is that occasionally the people on the other end of my calls say that they hear really high-pitched noises. I guess for some reason the mics on this set of headphones pick up sounds and pass them through at a really high frequency, really high pitch. I don't know why that is, and I've only had that issue a couple of times, but it's been to the point where sometimes people have asked me if I could switch the way I'm talking to them. So I don't know why that is. Maybe that's a problem that you could Google and figure out. Maybe that's a person's phone's issue or something, but that is something that's happened to me on multiple occasions, so bear that in mind. Another thing love about these headphones is the control, the UI, as it were. I don't necessarily know what to call it. Basically, the way you interface with them. People love or hate this. If you watch reviews, people will either harp on how amazing it is or complain about it, how it's the most terrible thing in the world. But this headphone uses mostly a touchpad to interface with it. So the left side of this headphone, when you're wearing it, becomes a like touch sensitive pad, and you double tap to play, double tap to pause, and then you swipe forward to skip forward, obviously, swipe back for the opposite, and then you just run your finger up and down to increase the volume or decrease the volume. I actually really like it. I haven't had much problems with it. There is, every once in a while, you will get like a misread gesture. If you try to like swipe up, it might skip the song, which is kind of annoying, but it rarely happens for me. So overall, I really like that. I think that is kind of a personal preference thing. I know some people love physical buttons and they hate anything that has to do with touch, capacitive interface. I get that because in general, I personally like actual physical buttons rather than touch capacitive. But these headphones don't bother me. I really like the way they work. And the coolest feature about them is the pass-through. So if you're wearing these headphones and you have them in noise cancellation mode, just like normal, you listen to music or whatever, you walk up to your barista at the local Starbucks, you put your hand over the whole touch sensitive pad, and then it senses immediately and turns on full pass-through, so that way you can hear the person talking, they can hear you, and it's basically as if you're not wearing the headphones. And then you take your hand off, immediately goes back to your noise canceling, playing your music, your tunes, you can jam out, whatever. But it's super nice that whenever you need to, also on the plane, super nice, you just reach up, instead of having to take them all the way off like an absolute caveman, you can just reach out. Bah, I can hear you. I can't hear you. I can hear you now. So nice. Anyways, so yeah, that's super nice. The buttons, there are a couple of physical buttons for power and for custom thing. I believe it's set up to change your noise cancellation mode, which that's what I leave it at because I don't like having to go into the app to change noise cancellation mode. But you can remap that for your system or whatever. That does bring me though to the app. Sony, if for some crazy reason you're watching this, fix your app, please. There's nothing really, really inherently bad about the app. It's just not intuitive, and it's not very nice, and it's kind of slow sometimes, and there's only a 3-band EQ. Sony, audiophiles are buying these headphones. Give us more than a 3-band EQ. Okay, that's my rant about that. Anyways, yeah, the app kind of sucks. Anyways, moving on. They do have the NFC connection capability, whatever you call it, on the side, which is great because you just, where's my phone? Which is super great because you just take your phone, and then they immediately connect. That my phone's on, it has to be unlocked. But you just touch it and then your phone's immediately connected to the headphones. I love that, super nice, comes in clutch. I use these headphones between my computer and my phone all the time. And it has multi-device support, so it actually ends up being pretty easy to switch between. Usually it kind of does it by itself, but occasionally it'll be weird and for some reason not want to switch. And so it's nice, I can just slap my phone on, it'll disconnect, reconnect, and it'll automatically switch back to it. Super nice, super nice. Last thing I want to talk about that I think is super great about this headphone is the ability to fold. These headphones fold up really nice into a fairly small form factor, and it works great because I just fold them up like that, and then boom, chuck them into the bag, into the little compartment they go in, and done. The reason why I bring up this fact and why it's such an amazing thing is because here in the studio, we have an XM5 user. These are the XM4s, like I've been talking about the whole time. Can you see your headphones real quick? Brian over here edits on a pair of XM5 headphones. Now, these headphones, slightly better sound, slightly better audio quality, but they're bigger, and, ooh, they just did something. Oh, crap, I can hear myself talking, that's so weird. Anyways, they don't fold like these do. Sony, I like that you're making the products better, but again, if you're watching this, make your headphones fold. Anyways, here, you can have your headphones back. Brian's always making fun of me because I'm using the inferior XM4s and he has the 5s. But then every time he says that, I just take them off and I do this in front of his face and I immediately win. Anyways, I have rambled too long about these. Overall, love most of them, hate a couple of things, but these headphones have been super good to me. Absolutely love them. The matte black finish is just super dope colorway, as the kids say. But hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some useful information if you're thinking about buying a pair of headphones, and I hope you come back again and see us in the next video. What do we close with? Peace out.